Spazzy commentary and plan.
Hello, you thought! Spazzy coming right at you with another commentary. Today we're playing Diana. This is a ranked Platinum 2 game. Duo queue with Johnny. And as you guys know, Diana is one of those APs that I like to throw down with if I'm forced upon the AP mid lane. And when she was released, she was sort of a powerhouse. She had so much damage, if you guys recall that. And she's been buffed and tweaked and nerfed, and right now I think she's in a good position. I think she's balanced, and I really like playing her. The reason I choose this game is because it's far from a perfect Diana game. As you guys know, I play her decently well, but in this game I make a lot of mistakes that we can learn from, so stay tuned for that. Starting off, Blitz is going to go for a pull here, which is a nice disruptive thing, but we actually decide to take it, which is super risky, especially since Blitz right now getting super low. Xin Zhao smites the blue and then turns back in for some reason. I have no idea why we do that. You know, it's risky enough as it is. We got the blue, that's a win, we should back off. Since Eve goes all in with a flash here and ignite, and I'm gonna just go all in on her, and actually I managed to pick up the kill, do a bit of a chicken flash there, but then again, if that Q Lee Sin would have hit, then maybe I would have been in trouble. Xin Zhao dies, Eve picks up the kill, Ding's level 2, I get the kill on her and gets blue buff, so that's sort of a win, I guess, but Xin Zhao a little bit behind in jungle, but then again Eve died as well, so what do you know. Runes and masteries on Diana. I run an AP defensive rune page which has magic penetration marks, flat ability power quints, flat armor seals, and flat magic resist glyphs. Why a defensive mastery page? Well, since you don't have any range attack on Diana, and you will be going into a melee range and easy combo range when you use your ultimate and your combo, you want to have that extra defensive page. And usually on Diana, depending on the lane, even though I have blue buff here, I play a rather defensive laning phase. I mean, I focus on the farm, and I need to get level 6 before I do any potential burst. Masteries. A defensive page as well. Rather than 9 in utility, I go 9 in defense. 21 in the offense, of course. But yeah, grabbing most of the magic resist there in the defensive tree. All of the magic resist, actually, the flat that you can get. And then the veteran scars for some extra health. Again, synchronizing well with the fact that Diana is a risk taker. You have to go in quite far in to the enemy team in order to deal damage. Eve is coming for a gank. I know I have damage here, and I know that I can withstand it. I put on the ignite on Gragas, and I feel rather safe. If I would have had level 6 here, that would have been a freaking double kill. But then again, then maybe she wouldn't have gone in. But yeah, I'm keeping up with farm, and again, the blue buff certainly made it easier for me to farm in the early, beginning of the game, and it made me able to pressure Gragas a little bit. Gragas has some nice natural sustain from his passive, and he's also a good, easy farmer at the turret at the point when he starts to one-hit creep waves. But in the beginning, I'm getting ahead because of that blue buff. I am gonna build the Abyssal Scepter as first item. Don't take that as a rule of thumb, as always, that's what you want to do every single time. But in this situation, it works. Eve is gonna run up to me and gank me and do damage. That's magic damage. And Gragas is going to come up, when I jump on Gragas, he's going to be able to do his full combo on me easily if he wants to. So what's going on right here? Well, Eve is going bottom to gank. Twitch grabs a kill on Eve, but then the rest of the team mops up, and Gragas actually went there to help out and managed to grab a double kill there apparently. What did I do? Well, you need to take a decision at AP mid. You don't want to stay in mid if stuff is going on around the map. What I decided to do here was go for red since he was bottom, instead of going down there to help. Now, who knows? Might have been good, might have been bad, but in the end we pick up a kill on the Singed, and I grab the red buff, and I use my ultimate to get out there. Just to take minimal damage from the turret. I'm gonna drop a little board for the Darius. But yeah, as an AP mid, guys, there's nothing more annoying to see as you know, teammates to a mid laner that doesn't act on the stuff that's going on the map. I know you can be pressured at your turret. I know there could be tons of CS there under the turret that the turret keeps eating, but you gotta be good at making the decisions whether to go after your mid laner or go some other way to some other place on the map and have impact there. Whatever you do, staying in mid lane, doing nothing, farming up, even though you're behind, is generally a bad thing. I mean, I play a lot of AD bot. Even though an AP mid is behind, one combo, if I'm a bit hurt as an AD, is still enough to kill me. I mean, it's quite easy to come down there and grab kills if you have the presence and if you have the map awareness. Here I go in on Gragas since I have wards. He's gonna do a nice ultimate. I'm gonna flash after because I wanted to all in him there under this very. I think I would have had the damage with my ult and everything. He does a nice clutch flash. He's a bit scared of me, and yeah, that was well played by him. Take a little sip of the coffee. I hope you guys have got a nice drink. On Thursday this week, I don't know when I'm uploading this video, but on Thursday this week, I am going down to Stockholm. My mother is having a birthday. I don't know if I should say that. This is actually going to be a surprise. I was going to go down there and surprise her. I hope she doesn't watch this video. Mom, I'm just kidding. I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere. She's not going to watch this. She doesn't care. But Mom. Oh, anyways, I'm going down bottom here. Bit of action going on. As you can see on the map, we have some nice vision wards that have cleared. They don't have vision, but they obviously know since Gragas has pinged. I could have just used my ult there. I didn't expect him to have the flash up. I didn't expect him to flash out of that Q, which he did. That was nice played by him. But as you guys see, sometimes it's worth going in with ultimate even though you don't have the Q. Gonna try and land my combo on Gragas. Lee Sin got away as well, so that was overall not a successful gank. And I could have expected this Ezreal to be better. I could have expected him to know how much damage I deal and to flash out of my Q when it was flying and about to hit, but I didn't. So that was it wasn't a bad play per se, but obviously we didn't grab the kill, and we could have if I used my ultimate. So yeah, I guess it was a bad play. Going to Gragas here, trying to do the damage. He's gonna do another nice ult, and I'm a bit annoyed because yeah, that ult is saving him all the time. And if I don't have pots, you'll see that in this game. If I start trading, if I try and go for a kill, and we end up, you know, trading and both getting away, he will out-sustain me because of his passive merely, and I'm, you know, I have 1 or 2 pots maybe, but that passive is really, really strong in Gragas. Like, if you guys don't know what it is, I think it is that every time he uses an ability, he gets health regen. I think that's the gist of it. Yeah, so that is a bit bad for me. And in this matchup in particular, it makes it a bit harder. I'm gonna push this lane now with my blue. Eve has had a bit of DCs here, which is unfortunate, and just ignore that, guys. I mean, that happens, and obviously it's gonna make the game easier for us, but focus on the gameplay and try and learn from that instead. Greg is gonna flash ignite little Johnny up there, and he's gonna go down. Meanwhile, I'm coming in from the far way behind here, taking some turret shots, but going in, and looks like Twitch is going to go down, unfortunately, but I hit my combo, and that's a dead Ezreal. Fortunately, they went down there. He didn't have to. He could have backed off, I think. Gonna push this turret now, and they're gonna recall. I'm like, why would you? Okay, well, fine. Eve is coming in, so I guess they were right, but then again, Eve is a little bit behind, and I have a lot of damage, so I'm just gonna burst her down. And Greg has nothing he can do there, so that was all in all quite good. I'm gonna stay for a long time here. This is a long little session. Warding up to Drake, keeping that warded. I want to know if Gragas comes to mid, and if he comes to mid this way, I might be able to ambush him. So I want to make sure I do that. Since I just killed Eve, and the AD was dead a couple of seconds ago, I'm gonna go for this blue. I wouldn't go for this blue if I didn't have flash up, because I want to be able to get away. And here I'm gonna bump into Gragas. Now, you'll see me miss my Q and then use my R. That means my R is on cooldown, and I won't have that really neglects my damage potential. Since Gragas ults me back towards them, even though he's out of mana and I could probably kill him, I'm gonna back off. Why? Well, this is a common mistake you see in solo queue. Unfortunately, that Blitzcrank hook didn't land. Look at that. Ezreal's right there. So if I would have stayed, I probably would have gotten Gragas, but most definitely would have gone down to Ezreal, and that would give him the double buff and completely, you know, shut down my... I mean, I would get gold from Gragas, but I would also screw this bot lane over. Another miss hook from Blitz, that's unfortunate. We're gonna go in here. I'm like, yeah, can we do something? I guess not. The reason I went back in here is because they expected me to go back. I felt like they expected me to do that and recall and buy, so I wanted to see if I could do something sneaky. Obviously, I can't. Sin is coming right in. We're standing on top of a ward. We don't know it, but Sin is gonna do a little vision ward placement there and notice, and we're like, okay, let's back off. But never stay for too long, guys. A thing that is so common to see in solo. Look at this ward, setting me up for a nice combo this Lee Sin. Wards are strong. I'm gonna use my R again with my passive, even though I don't have the Q hit, just to secure that kill and then back off. Don't stay for too long. Notice the death timers, especially in the early game. They're very short. They're super short. And my ult is on cooldown, so I can't jump on Ezreal. Damn it! And you don't want to overstay your welcome. If you do, then that's just a free comeback, and it doesn't matter. Like, you won't be able to, you know, do good stuff with what you've earned. And here comes Gragas. I'm gonna flash over the wall. I know he's gonna E. I did a nice juke on the ultimate, but then I missed my Q completely. And since I did that, he is gonna bring me down. And if I would have hit that, I probably could have out-deeped him with my team before he killed me. But it was a bit of a panic. I knew he was coming down, but since I didn't see him with my Q, I guess I thought that he took another route, but oh well. I've got the Abyss, I've got another Basting one, I've got Sork Boots, I've got a Doran's Ring, just for good measures. Now, the build I otherwise go for if I don't grab Abyssal is usually 1 or 2 Dorans and into hunting guys into Rabadons. Or should I say, Rabadon's Death Cup! As you guys know, I have a habit of pronouncing that in a very weird Jamaican way. Here comes Johnny, low HP. Is it a good bait or is it a death? It looks like a good bait. I'm going in, hitting my combo. Great stuff. Now that is a big mistake. Did you see what I did there, guys? I secured the kill with my R because I wanted the kill. I had my ignite on him. We had deeps. There's no way that he wouldn't go down. So here I bump into Eve, and because my ult is on cooldown, I can't burst her. Like, if I had my ult there, she would be dead. But since I wanted to secure a kill on Gragas that otherwise would have been secured by someone else or by me, by my ignite, I didn't have enough to grab the double kill. So that's sort of the trick with Diana. You need to be really cool with your ultimate. Sometimes it is worth, you know, using it without the Q active on it. Sometimes it's not. Sorry, if none of you guys have any idea, how Diana works is that when she lands a Q, she can use her ultimate on that target without it going on cooldown. And if you just ultimate, it'll go on a semi-long cooldown. Short for being an ultimate, but for a spell, kind of long. Nice ward coverage, lets us catch Lee Sin again. Going in for some deeps on Ezreal. He pops barrier, great stuff. Sort of a weird ultimate from Gragas, maybe a little bit of a panic ult. And this Twitch is so aggressive. I mean, you're gonna see that he is... Oh my god. But I like it, I mean, it's cool, but... a bit of defensive play, and he would be golden, I think. In terms of how well he plays his Twitch. Barrier is gonna hit me there. Or, what's it called? What's the ultimate called? True Shot Barrage. That's not a barrier. Barrier is a summoner spell. Okay, taking a sip of the coffee. But yeah, the trick to Diana is really to take, you know, be able to... Actually, I'm gonna flash out of here and then go back in. That's just plain darn stupid. Eve is coming in. And a lot of them were up, and I shouldn't have gone back in there. It's just... the only place when you can do that is when you have Zhonya's to bait. But right there, that was just stupid. I got away, I flashed out of his E, not to get slowed, and easy shot by his Q. And then I just freaking died. Johnny's also gonna die. So a bit of a throw here, which makes us a bit nervous. We need to focus now. Again, I'm trying to say it again. Diana is all about making the decision on the fly. Do I use my ultimate without Q or with Q? Because it makes a whole world of difference. It can set you up with a kill that shouldn't otherwise been unsecured. Or it can derp your entire deeps in a team fight. So that's sort of why I like her as well, because it's so rewarding. Anyways, they don't have Vision of Baron. Ezreal checks that with a Q. I'm gonna try and hit Ezreal, that's my main goal. But since we pulled Eve, I'm just gonna go ahead and burst her. Twitch grabs the kill, very nice. And we're gonna go ahead and chase down this Ezreal. Darius is pushing top. We're strong enough to, you know, make plays here anyways. Gonna hit the Q, but he's gonna flash, Arcane Shift out of the way, so I can't follow up with ultimate. And look at that Twitch damage, man. It's crazy. Sin's gonna go in, try and get a little bit of zone going. I'm gonna stay here and look for an opening. I want to get an opening on the backlines before I even go for Singe, but since it's way overextended and they are not able to come in here, we're gonna go for him. Now he deals some nice priority. Well, what's it called? Priority. He deals damage over time to us. Go Sweden. And here's gonna do a little flink. But then again, my Abyssal does the trick, and all the pen I have in my build is more damage than he can handle, and we pick up a kill. I'm a bit low HP here. Ezra's coming in full HP. I'm going bottom. I'm saying like, don't fight. I ping. Don't do it, man. But yeah, we get caught. We grab a kill, but they grab 2 kills. So 2 for 2 at that point, and I'm gonna run to Johnny and go like, Johnny, run to me! And that burp was weird. He jukes the Q. Well done, Johnny, and it picks up Eve. Now here I used my R, even though I didn't have the cooldown activated. And it sort of worked, because I was able to put the slow onto him and get some extra deeps from Darius, and then I was able to secure it after he used his safeguard with an easy Q. So in that sense it sort of worked, because I really wanted to get the CC off him before he was able to safeguard away. So good stuff. Getting the blue, going back. I do have my Zhonya's now, because I want to be able to go in. Since we have a Twitch on our team, I want to be able to go in there and set them up with my E, chunk them together for Twitch, and then use Zhonya's not to deal any damage. Here I'm going to do a fail flash. I want to catch him, but I don't manage to flash over the wall, so super fail. He sort of gets away. We're in sort of a weird position here again. We focused Sinch a lot, but he was so ballsy, and we have a lot of damage, so it wasn't too bad. And he's going to do a silly recall. I'm going to pick up an easy kill. And that is going to be a free Baron for us. And coming up here in a couple of seconds, you're going to see a nice little trick that you can do on Diana. It's sort of similar to what you do on Irelia, but it's a bit more difficult. Because you have to hit your Q, obviously. So Twitch is gonna go in with some. That's like 2 auto attacks. I'm gonna use my R on the creep after I hit the Q to get in range of him and then burst him with the second what's it called, charge of my R. Now he was a bit derpish. He walked into my E, so I mean he mispositioned himself. But I still would have caught up with him since I had my R, the second charge for my R, and it would have been enough damage with my ignite to pick him off. So that's sort of a nice gap closer play that you can do. Look at this Twitch, man. Flashing into turret range, popping everything, killing Ezreal admittedly, but dying to Gragas. But we're gonna follow that up. It's such an aggressive play, man. It's crazy. Going after this Lee Singa. Nice little pull from the Blitzaroo, securing that with my QR combo. Johnny tanking the turret here. And I think that's the Azu, actually. So we're gonna push to inhib. Overall, this game, a little bit weird. No, it wasn't the Azu. I think someone was top. Cinch was top or something. Overall, yeah, a weird game, and Evelyn had some troubles in the beginning and she wasn't able to catch up. I think she had some DCs as well. But I hope you guys got some insight into how to play Diana. She is a very, very potent mid laner. Depending on the matchup, you'll have an easy start of the lane or you'll have a difficult start. No matter what you do, you want to farm up, you want to get the items, and then you can be the one setting up the fights, and you can be the one you know, flying back and forth, doing massive damage, and just being a big annoyance to the enemy teams. If you guys enjoyed this commentary, feel free to rate it as such, and I'll be happy. You can also add this to your favorite, and you can share it on Facebook and Twitter. If you're new to my channel, go and check it out. Tons of League of Legends content on there. Subscribe so you don't miss anything coming up in the future. My god, guys, we're almost at 100k subscribers. Holy monkey. This has been Spazzy, and I'm out. Dudes!